SmackDown, live, Fridays at 8 on USA.
Rey Mysterio, this is the last time we saw them in mixed tag team action back in early July against Liv Morgan and Dirty Dom Mysterio. And now this heated confrontation based on the recent events that have happened against Chad Gable and Ivy Nile. Here's Nile, the cover of Vega, and a kick out at 2.
Ivy Nile took a sustained volley of abuse from Zelina Vega upon that tag moment, has really turned it around. Such tenacity and toughness continue to grow from strength to strength within American Made under the guidance of Chad Gable.
Wade, remember what happened at the end of October when Ivy Nile debuted that new swinging Uragani finisher against Vega. She was outstanding that night in victory, as she denies in victory, as she Rey Mysterio in victory.
New ways of hurting people, and most importantly of all, he teaches you new ways to defeat people.
They will try and find just enough room. Excellent work by Zelina Vega.
Crazy level of athleticism.
What is he doing? Oh! She comes up around with the kick, and here comes Rey.
Well, Chad Gable coming close to getting his team disqualified there. Of course, Zelina Vega getting the better of it, and now the speed of Rey Mysterio comes back to the fore.
And the skill of Rey Mysterio. Up and over, but drives that shoulder in.
Showing all the skills that took him to the Hall of Fame, that took him to multiple-time world championships.
West Coast pop. Here's the roll-up.
Olympian Chad Gable getting tied up in knots by the veteran, but somehow has the wherewithal to kick out. Chad Gable's brain must be spinning right now, trying to figure out how the hell do I get back on top against somebody as good as Rey Mysterio.
Catches him out of midair. And able to slam and cover for the win. And Rey finds a way.
Such unbelievable strength and technique. Crucifix-style DDT from Chad Gable. A lesser man would have been beaten, but we're talking about Rey Mysterio here. You have to have a little extra in the tank, a little something up your sleeve. And Chad Gable has exactly that, but denied.
Rey quick to get over as Gable was putting himself in position off the top rope.
Chad Gable's actions earlier, and the pitbull Ivy Nile cleared out. Springboard moonsault
into the cover, and the kick out by Gable. But the catapult of Vega turning things around for LWO.
This match completely broken down now, but with the wind in his sails.
Oh, he's got a chance here, Wade. The 619 lands for the win. The Hall of Famer does it.
Here are your winners, Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio.
There really are levels to this game, and nobody surpasses the level of the great Rey Mysterio. Constantly keeping opponents guessing with teamwork like that, maneuvers like this, and ultimately the classic 619 connecting from Rey Mysterio, followed up by the tadpole splash. A move combination we've seen for 25 plus years. Well, it does it again tonight for the LWO.
Remember, we were discussing how frustrated Chad Gable was with the recent match against Dragon Lee, and now here comes the rest of American Made to console him as Julius and Brutus Creed, and he just pushes them away. just
Is this okay with you? Are you a
got
loser?
physical with
'Cause I'm not a
Julius.
freaking loser.
Slaps him across the face.
Well, this is motivating the Creed brothers.
What a response.
This is what Chad Gable wanted from Otis all these times. This is brilliant from Chad Gable. This is how you raise your team's game.
Otis was forewarned and bullied. He didn't respond like this.
He's got a machine like these Creeds, that's why.
And galvanizing American made.
This crew is about wins and losses.
From frustration to motivation by Gable.
Hey, whoa, calm down. Liv, it's gonna be okay. Look, I know you got a lot on your plate tonight. With Rhea and Bianca and Jade. Oh, and Io, she's coming after your title too. So look, I'm just saying, if it helps, I can take the wheel tonight.
Would you mind, please?
Of course not. We're family. Family step up for each other, okay?
Thank you.
Dom. A couple weeks ago, you single-handedly defeated Damian Priest in the main event on Monday Night Raw. You are the man. And I have full faith in both of you boys. Oh, yeah. You boys are going to show the War Raiders exactly what the Judgment Day are all about. But hey, I got some advice, all right? I know these boys a long time. I know their strengths and I know their weaknesses. Go after the neck. That's how you beat them. Or it'll just piss them off. It'll make them more angry, and they'll destroy you. But hey, you're the great Dominic Mysterio. You'll figure it out, mate.
It's been figured out.
Take it easy, all right? Come on, boys. You got this. You got it. Look confident. Hey, I need to talk to you. Come over here for a second. This way. All right. Come on.
Am I okay? She did with her face mask on too. Is it okay?
Ridiculous, I know. The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me. What? To
couple of weeks.
You got this all wrong. You want Final Testament. I'm not with Final Testament.
Now, looking back,
I promise that I have changed my ways. Kyrian, you need to move on.
You are lying to me. Tell me, where are the Wyatts?
I can honestly say that truly hope.
The Academy stole that performance because that was a performance of a lifetime. I deserve an Oscar. Do you think Chalamet ever bled for his art? It was a masterclass of acting, convincing those freaks that they could change me. Me? And I do what I've always done. I show the world the truth. The truth is, the Wyatts are just a bunch of wounded people abusing others to make themselves feel better. The Wyatts are indeed not invincible.
This is the jumpstart Marine 7 needed. Marine 7, Jake Carter lives. Who should direct? Scorsese? Fincher? Tarantino's final no.
Eye for an eye.
I'm not afraid of you.
I deal the cards. And you will continue to play the game that I control.
TikTok.
Wait, I don't know if bragging about outsmarting the Wyatt Six is a good course of action to take.
Yeah, the Wyatt Six were put down last week, but judging by Uncle Howdy's demented tackle in the aftermath, that one ain't over.
Hey, we got Survivor Series, of course, coming your way soon enough. November 30th, going to have the rematch for the World Heavyweight Championship. And wait, remember all summer long how piercing and cutting the words of Gunther were towards Damian Priest. Well, now it seems it's Priest who is shutting up the champ.
You know what's the wildest thing about SummerSlam is that when it was over, you became champ. This vibe of yours, it started to fade because you started doubting yourself. That doubt, let's be real as to why. It's because you know you can't beat me.
Priest, you doubting the Ring General, you are not even worthy. I am not going to let that street trash talk to you about that because he doesn't.
Yet Damian Priest finished Kaiser's sentence for him with one signature right hand. And when the former heavyweight champ stepped to the current heavyweight champ, we saw Gunther retreat. Perhaps much of what Priest has been saying has shown some truth to it.
Why did you do that out there?
You do not speak for me.
I was just trying to.
That's not what I meant when I said you need to do better. You need to realize who you are and go out there and make a name for yourself. Speak for yourself. Guck dich an, Junge. All das Talent in die Wiege gelegt bekommen. Dein Vater ist immer noch Axel Dieter. So from now on, stand your own man. Hold on. Schau mir die Augen. Schau mir in die Augen. Look into my eyes. What do you see?
What do you mean?
Do you still see the old Ring General?
Of course, 100%. Nothing has changed.
Ja, natürlich. Pass auf. All das, was der Typ gesagt hat, waren Lügen. He thinks he got under my skin. Damian Priest does not get under my skin. You go out there now for yourself and consider Priest sold out. That's it. Vergiss nicht, wer du bist. Vergiss es nicht.
are snapping here. That's sleeper hold on Priest. Oh, and Priest just wrecking him with that kick as Gunther was reaching for the steel pipe.
Gunther, I get that out in the ring, you a general. But on the streets, I'm a king.
What the hell is this?
Easy, boss. Just having a word with your champ. Yeah, I think he needs some ice.
Adam Pearce is going to have a lot to handle in the lead up to this championship rematch at Survivor Series. Priest and Gunther. But right now, we've got a championship to decide. Wade, are you ready for it?
Oh, I'm ready, all right. Because it's fight night!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship! Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, the challenger weighing in at 267 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus!
Through the years of everybody who has sat in these seats of covering Sheamus, it has become a well-repeated bio-note, a stat chorus sung too often. The fact that Sheamus has accomplished so much, but not this, the final piece of the puzzle. He's never won the Intercontinental Championship.
Go, friends, gather! Kiki, Chris, Jason!
Trying to separate strong from the weak. I'm a beast, I'm a feast every day of the week.
Tonight only. Save up to 35% off site-wide.
There's Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders, #1 contenders to the World Tag Team Championship. There's going to be taking on a pair of JD and Finn's Judgment Day brethren in Carlito, Dirty, Dominic Mysterio. WWE Survivor Series is presented by WWE Supercard Season 11. There's never been a better time to play the #1 WWE game on mobile. Explore the all-new Boom Mode and collect 5 new card rarities. And by Prime Hydration, the fastest growing beverage in the history and the official hydration drink of WWE with only 25 calories, 0 added sugar, BCAAs, and electrolytes. Drink Prime. Sheamus, he was actually celebrating earlier today that the Celtic Warrior workouts on YouTube hit 1 million subscribers, and he'd like to celebrate a title right now, though.
We need to get you on Celtic Warrior workouts.
I would never survive that.
No, you're a boxer. Go on there, show off your skills. Teach Sheamus a new trick or two. Add another wrinkle to his arsenal.
Ron Breaker, right back to business. Had a title reign speed bump when he was shot by Jey Uso in September. But now he is back with the gold.
And his opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker!
And Wade, he's now 28 days into his second run as the IC titleist. As for how this match came to be.
Yeah, here's a couple of weeks ago on WWE Speed. It was the Intercontinental Champ Braun taking on the Celtic Warrior. Now these two, hell of a matchup, but such is the nature of WWE Speed, a time limit expiry without a satisfactory conclusion. Certainly for the two competitors who started brawling with one another and finally were separated by officials.
You have a lot of arrogance. Let me ask you something. Do you have a set of tires big enough to put the one title that has eluded me my entire career on the line next week? The answer is yes, fella. Because I would love nothing more than to kick your old ass.
You know, Sheamus could really do with some of your boxing skills right now, Joe Tess. In an attempt to win this championship, he must feel cursed. I don't know how many matches we have called of Sheamus competing for this one title that evades him. Is tonight the night that Sheamus finally completes the set?
Sheamus 0-3 in his last 3 attempts to capture the IC title. Of course, he's never won it, but when you look back at the recent attempts he's had, hey, just go to WrestleMania 39, that classic when Gunther defeated Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, the brutality of that match.
Well, it's almost become a running locker room. If you win the Intercontinental Championship, congratulations. Hey, Sheamus is going to come knocking very soon, trust me.
He sends him out of the apron right near our announce desk.
Two big muscular bulls going at it. Trying to prove I'm better.
Oh, here it comes. Big uppercut, that European uppercut from Sheamus.
Skull of Braun Breaker bouncing off our announce desk, but back up to full speed. Immediate. How the hell do you do that?
Oh, does anybody run the ropes faster than the badass? He's been clocked at over 23 miles per hour. There are elite NFL wide receivers and kick returners who don't hit that bar.
Braun Breaker beat Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens in a foot race in 2021, despite the massive size of Breaker. That is ludicrous speed, and Sheamus in his long career has never met anything like that before.
Backbreaker by Sheamus. trying to claim the Intercontinental Championship.
Gonna slow down Bron Breakker. That has to be mission one for Sheamus. And whatever he's doing now seems to be working. Attacking the lower back of the champ.
You can see Bron Breakker reaching for that back. Came up with a win against Jey Uso back on October 21st.
Demoralizing must that be for Sheamus. Just when you get the upper hand, the young champ immediately takes it back and starts decimating it.
Just slams him into the post. Sheamus again is lined up out on the floor. Bron Breakker on the apron. He's not going to go from there. Over the announce desk. Just sending Sheamus sprawling onto the floor. Both men are down.
Let's review. We're not going to talk about traffic or weather. If anyone brings up lawn care, I will handle it. Hosting can be extremely difficult for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Incredible velocity and force to go as they came crashing across our announce desk. Intercontinental Championship as Bron Breakker has his first title defense since regaining the title.
There's been nothing pretty about this one. It's been about two words, pace and power. And I'm not sure who's getting the best of it. Both men have to be hurting.
He's up on that apron again.
Bron Breakker cooking up something dastardly here as the Celtic Warrior is in a world of hurt.
He's climbing to the top rope from up high. My, oh my, Wade.
Oh my, what a horrible landing. landing for Bron Breakker. Sheamus taken out in the process. Breakker throwing it all on the line here in pursuit of defense of this Intercontinental Championship.
The damage he is willing to do to his own body. Look at this.
Breakker almost landed bang on the top of his head. Amazing athleticism to top at the very last second.
He's taking it to a different level tonight with what we've seen.
There's a big smirk on his face after the volume of abuse that has been thrown his way by Sheamus.
This is the conversation that we had early on. He revels in this kind of style of welcoming the type of fight that Sheamus enjoys and wants to engage in. And he's elevating his game, is Bron Breakker.
Trust me, the entire locker room knows how tough and nasty Sheamus can be.
Sheamus back up on his feet, rallying back, right hand after right hand. Slams the champ.
A little window for Sheamus to get some air back in these lungs. This audience willing the Celtic Warrior onto success. They know how much this championship means to him.
He said, I've been around for over 15 years. You've been around 15 minutes. Sheamus trying to take all that experience to Bron Breakker and claim the IC title. Sheamus, step back in the ring. 10 beats lined up.
The champ is rocked, and the champ might be right to the picket here.
Can Sheamus take advantage? Can he close in on victory?
Taking Bron Breakker to territory he perhaps has not been to before.
Here's the cover to become the Intercontinental Champion finally. Oh, no. Just getting the shoulder up at the last moment is Breakker.
And it's incredibly demoralizing for someone like Sheamus who believed he had it won there to see the youngster kicking out. This guy's tougher than I thought. What else do I have in the tank to put him away?
Looking for white noise, instead a counter by Breakker, but just not enough left in his tank at that moment.
Big swing by Sheamus, swinging for the fences, but Bron Breakker just had something cooked up.
The knees to the lower back, the cover to retain, and Sheamus able to find a way.
Just in that point in the matchup where the brain isn't working as well as you would like. If Bron had hooked a leg there, he could well have got the 3 count. You can't exactly fault him for not firing on all cylinders this deep into the matchup, however.
Big crowd here enjoying the 15th Intercontinental Championship match to take place in this calendar year. You can hear Bron Breakker saying, it's over. He feels like he has taken control.
See how quickly Bron Breakker recovers from the abuse he receives. That's the astounding thing about Breakker.
Sheamus has him up high. For the win. Both men have exhausted so much, emptying the tanks time and again to battle for this Intercontinental Championship.
Just championship timing from Bron Breakker on the kick out. Almost instinctively after a massive move from Sheamus.
Such appreciation for these two, the veteran and the young ascendant star.
Well, I'll tell you, it will mean nothing to Sheamus unless he can grab the gold tonight. He's not here for a participation medal. He wants real gold.
And you can see the mouths open as who has more left in the tank to get to the end here, to come out the victor.
Astounding either of these men have anything left in the tank. What the hell?
Top rope Frankensteiner, Braun Breaker.
How do you do that? Fresh as a daisy.
That level of explosiveness.
And how do you do it after the beating Sheamus has put on you?
This deep into a championship match, he finds a way. Sheamus.
Kneecap to the dome.
And an opportunity to win it. Could he? No.
A full force spear going in the direction of the Celtic Warrior. Augmented. This kneecap to the dome on Braun Breaker. And as close a pin as you will ever see without it resulting in victory. Sheamus almost pressed forward.
2-point change from getting the final piece of his career puzzle. This crowd wants Bro. Instead, it's a spear.
Connecting deep into the gut of Sheamus.
How smart, though, for Sheamus to just find enough to roll out.
Was it smart or was it just good fortune for Sheamus? I don't know how much control Sheamus has on his body after that connection from a spear that has taken out literally everybody it is connected with. Either way, the matchup continues. Sheamus is
better watch out here.
Live on in this matchup.
What? Ludwig Kaiser comes out of nowhere. Braun Breaker was in the midst of lining up a full throttle super spear, and Ludwig Kaiser clotheslines him, and now is beating away on the Intercontinental Champion, and this match is interrupted and over.
Well, a classic match ruined by the intervention of Ludwig Kaiser. What was it Gunther said?
And down the corner, and delivers that right into the steel steps. The right-hand man, the associate to the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, who Gunther pointed to recently.
I told you! I won't stop until you're gone! For good! You hear me?
It was a banger without the satisfactory conclusion that we're all waiting for, except for Ludwig Kaiser and I'm sure Gunther.
With a cascade of boos.
What's up? Let me holler at you right quick, Goose. I know you know this. We all got differences with the tribal chief. Hell, we got differences here, differences here. But just for this one time, bro, we're trying to put all our differences aside to make this work, Goose. Just for this time.
Look, man, that's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? You already did this before. Last year, you stood side by side with me and Jay in the middle of the ring for War Games, and you put your differences aside with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, man, you had more bad blood with than anybody else. You were willing to do it last year. So that's what we're asking you to do. Do it again this year. Stand side by side with us at War Games.
Sammy, I would stand side by side next to you. Jay, I would stand side by side with you. I would stand side by side with you, Jimmy, but I will never, under any circumstances, stand side by side with that tyrant Roman Reigns. I will not do it. I will not do it. And you've got no idea how much that hurts me to say. It hurts me in here for a lot of reasons. But one of them is I would love to get Bronson Reed inside of a steel cage and tear him apart. But I'm telling you, boys, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. The possible consequences on the other side of this, Roman Reigns back in power again, it's not worth it. But I'm telling you guys, it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it for me. But look, I'm going to solve all of our problems tonight. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to drop Bronson Reed. And he ain't going to make it to the ramps. And whatever happens inside that cage, and whatever happens after War Games with the Bloodline, that's on you guys. So good luck. But I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Seth reinforcing his position. Hard pass on member for Survivor Series War Games. War Raiders versus Dirty Dom and Carlito from Judgment Day. The first time these
The team match is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Judgment Day, the team of Lethal and Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
I'll tell you this, Joe. Your first match together as a tag team, you want easy opponents. Unfortunately, for Dirty Dom and Carlito, they will not be getting that tonight.
No, against the number one contenders, the War Raiders, while their brethren JD and Finn sit back and wait to defend the titles. That's next. War Raiders, Dirty Dom and Carlito. Come your way on Monday Night Raw.
The Countdown.
It's been a long time. Don't stop. It's been a long time. Come on. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's my life, my time, my rights, my rhymes, my grind, my struggle, hustle, sweat, and my blood too. I smell fear, I smell a lot. My competitors fled scared, cause they smelled I was hot. I want it all. The sex, much success, stress up. I want it all, no less. So come on.
way to catch every exhilarating moment at Elimination Chamber is with a priority pass package from WWE's official fan hospitality provider, On Location. Experience premium hospitality, unrivaled service, and unforgettable moments. Find your package today at onlocationexp.com/WWE. This past weekend, WWE superstars out in full force, appearing at Complex Con in Vegas. And then Saturday morning on College Game Day, Cody Rhodes, the undisputed WWE champ, at home in Georgia on a day his favorite SEC team, the Dogs, were ready for a win.
Is that for the Super Dog?
That's the real deal.
You don't walk into Macy's and buy this thing to hold up your pants. You gotta be a dog to get this thing.
You gotta have that dog in you.
Months of her career lost because of what Pure Fusion Collective did backstage.
For the last 4 months, I've been on the sidelines, and when you're away from the action, the self-doubt just gets stronger by the day. Then people see you smiling and they question your drive, even though you're just trying to keep it together because you can feel your dreams slipping through your fingers. Then you tell yourself, oh, when I'm healthy and come back, everything will be better. But then on the other side of that, maybe there isn't a place for me here anymore, or maybe people just don't care. So you have to get to a point and ask yourself, honestly, am I good enough? I'm telling you right now, with everything that I am, I've never wanted this more. I've never loved this more. And I'm ready to show everyone why Dakota Kai is a champion. I'm ready.
This was the incredible surprise earlier tonight as Rhea Ripley was just weeks removed from having her orbital bone bashed in by a baseball bat, and all of a sudden she was back.
War Games! And as the world looked on in shock, Rhea Ripley et al. Went to work, but it is now official at Survivor Series Women's War Games. These 10 women go head-to-head inside that structure, and I'm still in shock. Rhea Ripley, with a smashed-up orbital bone, is competing in War Games.
And wait, next Monday we're going to find out who gets the early 2-on-1 edge. It's going to be this match. Bianca Belair, Nia Jax that decides it. Who represents her team in a Survivor Series War Games advantage match. But right now, the action with Dirty Dom and Carlito awaiting a sizable test.
Things have really changed in a big way since this duo returned here on Monday night. So to put it succinctly, Raw is war!
And their opponents, the team of Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders!
And wait, to your point, the War Raiders, the return has been sensational after the career-threatening medical issues. Now a run back to the top of contention. They're a perfect 3-0 since returning to Raw. Monday Night Raw is brought to you by Monopoly Go, where money talks and friendship pays.
As we spoke to the War Raiders a little earlier today, they told me, look, we both stared mortality in the face. We realized we've got a lot of miles on our clocks. We don't know how much longer we've got left. That leaves us as motivated as anyone to make every second count. We don't have time to waste like some of these younger guys in tag teams. We need gold now.
See Eric off to a hot start. It was a conversation he had with Eric earlier today that was just mind-blowing when he was given the details of the motorcycle accident and everything he had to do to rebuild himself.
Yeah, to do that, to come back from that, and then go on to compete at the very top level in such a physical sport as this, it is mind-blowing. Really makes you want to pull for these two.
350-pound Ivar in control against Carlito. Back to the tag of Eric. And now you see the teamwork, 350 pounds coming right down on Carlito.
And there was almost an element of Finn Balor goading Carlito and Dirty Dom about having to take on these two War Raiders. Go in there and soften them up for us if you can. But man, these are a pair of bad dudes intent on committing wanton violence on their opponents. Carlito finally getting some offense back the other way.
Now Tom sending those kicks to the midsection of Ivar. And they have the big man cornered. And you can see with the distraction of the referee, Carlito taking advantage.
About the smartest thing you can do against big Ivar. You play it clean against Ivar, you're probably not going to win. It's that simple.
With the size differential, it's clear to see. As he fights his way out of that corner, taking out both men. Always marvel at the athleticism of Ivar as here comes Eric.
Athleticism combined with raw power and aggression. A nightmare combination for anyone who has to step in the ring with these War Raiders. It's just non-stop, it's one-way traffic. And it seems there is nothing Carlito and Dirty Dom can do to stem this tide.
You can see this level of energy that's been coming from the War Raiders since their return. They've found new life at this stage of their career. Big boot landed by Eric. And now Dirty Dom getting involved again. And Carlito sends the knee as he sends Eric out of the ring. And here comes Dirty Dom flying as he goes airborne. Judgment Day, getting the best of War Raiders at the moment.
When you order Domino's online, we'll give you a free pizza to use for a future pizza.
You cracked the case. And all the while, you were soaking in the bath. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Finish Ultimate, engineered for the toughest conditions. Dry, burnt-on stains, old dishwashers, very hard water. Finish Ultimate with CycleSync technology helps deliver the ultimate clean.
Tim from the Army wants to know about early active duty pay at Navy Federal Credit Union. Okay. Active duty members get paychecks a day early with free active duty checking. Seriously.
This is getting silly.
Just go to NavyFederal.org/making sense for all the info. Now that I like. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
JJ. Last 30 seconds! Turn it up! One of these days. Fastest of the day, right now. Come on. My love. JJ. One of these days. JJ. Let's finish strong. Come on.
JJ!
3, 2, 1. JJ. One of these days.
Start with you, ringside. The big news in the tag team division is the recent return of the War Raiders, as Dom Mysterio is in there right now. The War Raiders defeated LWO and New Day in a triple threat match, and by doing so, Wade, they are now the #1 contenders to the World Championship.
Yes, they are. And Dirty Dom has been sent on a mission down here alongside Carlito to snuff out this threat of the War Raiders
for the win.
Dirty Dom has had his abilities at the very top level questioned by the likes of Finn Balor in recent weeks. What a feather in the cap it would be if Latino cheat if he could pull off victory alongside Carlito tonight.
Eric has been in a bad spot now in this match.
Eric's neck must be getting worse by the second as this abuse has all been targeted on the clear weak spot.
Remember, Eric had neck surgery in 2023. He was out of action for a year plus. And then recently the return of this tag team with sensational results.
With just one shot from Big Eric, took Carlito down. Carlito a little slow on the pace there, took his eye off the ball, and that has allowed this tag to a fresh Ivar.
And here he comes, sending Dirty Dom up and over.
Focused and hell-bent on wanton destruction.
Oh, man! 350-pound pancake of Dom Mysterio.
Crushing the sternum of Dirty Dom.
Showing every aspect of his arsenal is Ivar.
Whoa! 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 Whoa!
Can you imagine absorbing that? Dirty Dom laid out. For the win.
Well, finally, Joe Test, respect Dirty Dom's toughness. That should have been over.
I'll give him credit there. I don't know how he found enough to kick out from that.
This kid is both beautiful and as tough as they come, Joe Test.
The wrestling analysis is spot on. The rest of it is just not hitting the mark.
You need to get yourself a pair of glasses. There's a reason the women folk love Dirty Dom. And believe me,
it's a sample size of one.
Finn Balor will love Dirty Dom too if he pulls this off, but that is suddenly looking unlikely.
That's a 2-for-1 as Ivar used Dom to take out Carlito. The combo work again. The War Machine is delivered into the cover. And with that, the War Raiders take care of it.
Here are your winners, the War Raiders!
Just overwhelming power from the War Raiders. Just when you start writing them off, immediately back into the firefight with offense like this, throwing the carcass of Dirty Dom around with ease. War Machine that has taken out every tag team it's connected with and could well lead to these two men of the...
Oh, would you look at this? The tag team champions, Finn Balor and J.D. McDonough, in the midst of the celebration by the War Raiders, they are out to attack.
Eric, who's running in, trying to make the save. These are two War Raiders who've just gone through a long, arduous... Oh, no.
That's exactly what they're doing. Attacking the neck specifically of Eric. Can you believe this? These teams are going to meet up in a coup de grace from Finn Balor.
Well, this is a savage world, and you might not like it, but it's about the smartest thing J.D. McDonough and Finn Balor could possibly do right now. Suddenly their grip on Tag Gold just got a little tighter with that attack on the challengers, the War Raiders.
I tried. The trust
of the innocent is a liar's most useful tool. We offer you salvation. Freedom from the pit. I tried to warn you. But you damned yourself. I'm sorry for what happens next. You chose this. Your hands will forever be bloodstained, crimson, scarlet, red, because of your actions. And you will lose what matters most. I never wanted this.
Praise Jeff.
Friday, beware of doomsday cults.
I'm so happy.
phoenix has to burn first so it can rise from the ashes. When I was drafted to Raw, I was thrown straight in the fire. But I didn't burn. I hit the ground running, earned my place, stood toe to toe with the best in the world, and I thrived. I used to think I was like a phoenix, but I am so much more. I am Lyra Valkyria. I don't burn, I rise. And I'm coming for everyone.
Rapids, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Kofi! We are so excited about your 10-year anniversary.
Oh, yeah, 10 years, babe.
How are things with you and Woods?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know.
Look, we gotta talk, man. I'm worried. This is crazy.
What are you worried about, man?
For the past couple of weeks, it's been us just yelling at each other. And after 10 years of no serious arguments, now we're here? This is crazy, man. And I know we're New Day. I know we're the most decorated tag team in the history of WWE. But even with all that, man, I just keep thinking about what Cross said.
We're carrying Cross?
Yeah.
He's still in your head? What do you mean?
Bro, he said the New Day is dead, and we're the only ones that don't know
Bro,
it.
the New Day is not dead, okay? Kerry doesn't know what he's talking about. You just gotta remember what the New Day is all about.
I have to remember.
Bro,
so it's
why
my
you get
fault.
so
It's on me.
offended over everything I say.
Whoa. We're all friends here, guys. What the hell are you doing? Mind your own business, Otis. What do you think, advice-wise, logically, you're gonna give to us, the greatest tag team of all time? A real tag team, mind you. Why do you think Chad Gable left your asses? Huh? Oh, we want to get sad about it. You can be sad next week because it's going to be New Day versus Alpha Academy, and I'm positive that a win against you two clowns will put us right back where we need to be.
With Woods dropping the U2 clowns, it looks like we've got a tag team match set for next week. But for right now, it is time for our main event.
The following is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, Big Bronson Reed.
In recent weeks, all that has transpired with Big Bronson Reed, his unrelenting, punishing pursuit of Seth Rollins continues, and now a mercenary for the new bloodline as well. Rematch of what happened in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, set to come our way. Reed, Seth Rollins.
Fifth member of Solo's Bloodline team in War Games at Survivor Series. If those four in the Bloodline weren't terrifying enough, you go and add the man, the monster, with the most devastating move in WWE, Bronson Reed.
And here's a guy that knows all about that tsunami. Seth will tell you it's personal, and it's been that way since August 5th, when he absorbed 6 tsunamis that changed the course of his 2024.
And his opponent, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth Freaking Rollins!
The guy who has been to the very top, who this year's had title-seeking journeys, but now has only one goal, and that's finish.
Finished Big Bronson Reed, a crown jewel, but you did not kill the monster, Seth. It may well be impossible to finish Bronson Reed off for good. That's the issue when dealing with this monster.
It's interesting the way you frame it, because I agree with you. When you go back and you reflect at their match at Crown Jewel, he went up and had that super stomp to secure the win. the blood streaming down the face of Bronson Reed. The Rollins victory was so pronounced, Wade.
It looked devastating. It looked like it should have been. Keeping Bronson Reed out for weeks, maybe months. It was that recovery, his biggest of all, and here are his new crew, the Bloodline, apparently backing him up at ringside.
Oh, but there's help. Jey Uso with Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn. We're getting after it. You're going to have Survivor Series coming November 30th, but they're getting after it right now.
Little taste of what's to come at War Games, perhaps. The Usos and Sami Zayn in turn are making sure this is a fair fight for Seth Rollins against Bronson Reed. Clean in house.
Jacob Fatu absorbing the super kicks from the Usos, and he gets sent over the barrier.
Don't forget we have a match. The bell has rung. This one has started and jumping all over Bronson Reed was Seth freaking Rollins, but one shot from the monster has put paid to that.
How outrageous is that? To see Seth and Big Bronson, and all of a sudden you got OG Bloodline and New Bloodline surrounding the ring and fighting their way out of the arena, as all of a sudden here comes Seth ready to fly, suicide dive, and Reed lands at the front of the announce desk. Big start for Seth freaking Rollins.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz summons you to the Emerald City. Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
I couldn't possibly. This is your moment. I'm coming.
extraordinary.
USA is the new home of Friday Night SmackDown. It all goes down on Friday Night SmackDown on USA.
Going way back with you, Seth Rollins, Bronson Reed, the man he defeated at Crown Jewel, but he just seemingly cannot get rid of him. The constant devastation from Reed, unceasing. Wade, like what happened moments ago while we were in commercial break. Seth in a tough spot on the wrong end of 330-pound chest compression.
That is how you turn a human being into a pancake, and it's a wonder that Seth Rollins is still moving after getting his sternum crushed. You're seeing these brief flurries of attacks from Seth Rollins, who's as tough as they come, but Bronson Reed, the monster, capable of shutting them down in the blink of an eye. I'll tell you this, months of attacks and brawls with Bronson Reed have really taken its toll on the body of Seth freaking Rollins. I saw Seth earlier today in catering and walking around the hallways rather gingerly. It's not pretty at all. Seth Rollins always has a game face on, but there are some things you cannot hide. His body is hurting.
Oh, the way his body just flipped over that barrier. The velocity alone and his ribs to the edge of the wall, and you know the injuries he's had there.
Seth Rollins has not been close to 100% in a long time, but that man possesses... It might not be tonight, looking at how this is going.
Well, there are some who still can't believe he came back so quickly after what happened on August 5th, when Bronson Reed really stamped himself, when for all intents and purposes he said, I'm going to take control of my career on my terms, and that's when the brutal attack started with 6 tsunamis.
Warned the world he was going to put himself in the spotlight, and boy has he lived up to those words.
But then, of course, Seth Rollins shockingly made his return and cost Bronson Reed the last monster standing match against Braun Strowman. That was at the end of September. And since then, it's been every week, non-stop, constant brutality. Oh, and he sends him over to the floor.
Seth is just getting nothing going here. Every time you see Seth get a little bit of steam, this big Aussie just rips him back down.
A human bowling ball from off the apron.
How the hell did anybody ever overlook Bronson Reed after what we've seen over the past 3 months? Beggars belief that this guy has not been number one in this industry for years.
And now with all the career momentum he has, the physicality, the ability, the brutality, he's joining forces with the new bloodline for Survivor Series War Games. And Seth able to get out of the way, and that left shoulder of Bronson Reed right into the steel stairs.
Seth Rollins barely able to stand up, but wisely ducking out of the way at the very last second. And it's Bronson Reed who looked down, but I promise you that man is never out.
Slamming that head down steel steps. Remember, those steel steps were in the ring for the last monster standing when he delivered the stunning stomp.
Freaking Rollins knows full well these shots with Bronson Reed's head bouncing off the steel is enough to keep any man down. But you're not dealing with a man tonight. You are dealing with a monster.
Seth frickin' Rollins, he asked Adam Pearce for this opportunity to do it again. He's getting it. Is he thinking a stomp here, Wade?
Look at this setup, Joe.
Reed able to deny him the opportunity.
Just bouncing back too quickly for Seth Rollins' liking.
Springboard knee.
Still on his feet.
Wobbly feet as he takes the big boot and then stands right up to it. Smart by Rollins to go low.
Oh, giving it everything he's got. It's not enough.
And a kick out at 2 as Bronson Reed comes up with a little something. Rollins and Reed.
Both competitors giving it everything they've got, having to dig as deep as they possibly can. I've written off Seth Rollins several times in this matchup. My bad. Seth Rollins is still ticking, and he's now taking back control in this match. Oh no.
And he, at that size, wow!
Seth Rollins once blew his knee out pulling a move like that off against the Hall of Famer Kane. Not tonight. Something special is ticking over for the Architect.
Trying to grab another win against Big Bronson Reed. After all their battles, springboard moonsault into the cover for the win. And a quick kick out by Reed.
Seth Rollins showing all of that durability and speed of thought that's made him one of the all-time greats. Whatever generation you want to look at. Oh.
Throwing everything at him.
Barely a 1 count?
It takes so much against Big Bronson Reed.
This deep into a matchup. Look at the eyes of Seth Rollins, who has competed against Bronson Reed before, still in disbelief. What the hell do I have to do tonight?
He has smashed his head on steel steps. He's come off the ropes. Can he line up a pedigree here, Wade?
Easier said than done against the massive frame of Bronson Reed. That's the all.
This time he misses.
Moves that work on normal men do not work against someone with the massive size of Bronson Reed, but this could be it for Rollins.
The visionary from up top. Frog splash for the win. Hooks the leg. And Bronson Reed kicks out again.
Well, this was connected to perfection. A bullseye right on the midsection of Bronson Reed after a volley of strikes, and then a 2.5 count. It's about as close as Seth Rollins has got.
Bronson Reed, who has stamped himself in recent months. He went after one of the biggest names of all. Got Seth's attention, and now Seth is trying to put him away.
Seth Rollins has taken out the best of the best in his entire career, but this is as deep as he's ever had to dig, and it still seems like it's not enough.
The pure power of brainbuster for Big Bronson. This may do it into the cover. Oh, and Seth finds a way to kick out.
The brilliance of Bronson Reed. Just when you think you've seen it all, he pulls out a leaping brainbuster like this, and yeah, that's the brilliance of Seth Rollins, and he can still kick out.
Could it be?
This
Wade.
might be it.
Oh, but rolling out of harm's way is Rollins.
Yeah, well, he's received that tsunami on about 15 different occasions now. He knows the danger. He knows if he wants a chance in this matchup, he has to move.
Escaping the senton, trying to line up the pedigree again. But instead, super kick up top. Can Rollins find enough? Another attempt at it, and he gets it.
Third time's a charm.
Here's the cover for the win. And this will continue, and Rollins can't believe it.
Well, there was almost nothing in that kick out from Bronson Reed. And it's the frustration you see on the face of Rollins. He knows pretty much anyone in the locker room would be done by now, except Bronson Reed.
He stands appreciating what he has put forth tonight.
We're cheering him now, but never forget there is a cold-hearted assassin living inside of Seth Rollins, who is capable of some of the most dastardly deeds we've ever seen.
Stop!
Yeah, and how smart is this of Rollins? He knows one stomp probably won't do it. It needs something special, just like we saw at Crown Jewel.
This could be that something special. What in the world is going on our announce desk? Solo Sikoa has arrived. Death Valley Driver. Senton. Seth got distracted with Solo ringside. And now Bronson Reed is lined up for Bronson.
Here is your winner, Big Bronson Reed.
Well, and a massive assist to the leader of the bloodline, the tribal chief himself, Solo Sikoa, the man Seth Rollins called the wannabe Roman Reigns last week. Well, he may well now regret those words. That distraction was all it took. One dead body driver, two centaurs, and one huge tsunami to put Seth Rollins to the sword tonight. What a massive victory for Big Bronson Reed.
Remember, Solo Sikoa tried to recruit Seth Rollins to join up with the new bloodline for Survivor Series War Games. He said no. Bronson Reed said yes. And now his hand is raised.
If you're a fan of murder and true crime podcasts, you've got to be here.